Part of turning your pain into power is knowing how to handle attention, knowing how to handle hate, knowing how to handle success, prosperity, and wealth. It's knowing how to handle winning. What's going on, world? I am Timmesha, Miss Burgess, if you're nasty, the creator of Alcheminity, because turning pain into power is sexy. And I'm also your host for this evening or morning or day, whatever time it is in any part of the world you're in. Welcome here to Alcheminity. To those of you who are subscribed here, thank you for subscribing here. I'm glad to know that what I share, speak, write, birth out into the world resonates with you on a deeper level. To those of you who aren't subscribed here, what the hell are you waiting for? Go ahead, hit that subscribe button right now. It isn't hard to do that. Just click, okay? Hit that subscribe button so you can be a part of this society, this colony where I am your queen bee. Miss Burgess. Anyway, make sure to like this video, make sure to share this video, and make sure to comment. I love hearing from you all. I love speaking to you all. I want to hear from you. I want to talk back. I want us to dialogue and converse in the comments. So make sure you do that. For those of you who have any questions about collaboration, sponsorships, partnerships, or working with me or hiring me to come and speak at your next conference or your webinar or your Women's Day conference or your 3-day seminars or whatever it is, email me, timmeshaburgess@gmail.com, or you can fill out a contact me form on my website at timmeshaburgess.com. Now let's get into this video because I'm going to do my best to try to keep these videos short and succinct. It's so hard for me to do that because sometimes I'll say a thing and then it'll inspire me and motivate me to say another thing. You know how something kind of like you say something and then there's deeper to go, but I'm going to do my best to keep it right here, short, succinct, just right here where we're at, where everybody can get it. Okay, so let's just dive into this. So I have some notes in front of me so that I don't go off onto a tangent. I'm going to do my best. All right. So anyway, part of turning our pain into power is knowing how to handle attention. It's knowing how to handle wealth. It's even knowing how to handle respect. It's knowing how to handle even being complimented. The key is being comfortable in the heat and in the fire that your power brings you. And this is something that all came to me, it channeled through me, and I just wrote it out, and I'm reading it from my screen right now, so you guys see me looking down. But I want to read it to you exactly the way it came to me, and then we'll dive deep. So the key is being comfortable in the heat and in the fire of your power. It's not that you don't have any power, but are you comfortable and confident in the heat and in the fire that your power brings? Oh, I know. When that came to me, a lot of the times I get downloads, uploads, channel messages. Those of you, you already know what that's about. If you're subscribed here on Alcheminity, you are already a part of the 144. You are already the activated ones. You are the clairvoyant, clairsentient, spiritual, empathic, clairaudient ones. So you're here because you have a spiritual gift or some sort of ability. And so, like me, plenty of you get downloads. You see them in synchronicities. You see them in number sequences and patterns. You see them, you're driving along the road and there's a license plate that goes by and you see a synchronicity on there. So you are part of this mission, right? So a lot of you are getting these uploads and these downloads and these channeled messages, and I do as well. So this is what came to me and I wrote it out. So part of turning pain into power is knowing how to handle power, is knowing how to be comfortable and confident in the heat and in the fire that your power, i.e. your gifts, your talents, your skills, your abilities bring you, right? Even in starting a YouTube channel, when I decided to start this YouTube channel, initially it was Fireside Chats for Global Women, but all of you know I've changed that to my brand name, Alcheminity, because turning pain into power is sexy, because it's the art and the science behind turning things that were seemingly pit against you into something that is powerful, into something that helps you thrive, okay? So when I initially stepped out to start YouTube, I didn't put in the back of my mind that there would be forces or people who did not like what I had to say. I didn't think about that. I didn't care about that. I was ready to get out of me what I needed to say, what I needed to write, what I needed to do, what I needed to create. Before I started YouTube, I was in journalism. I was a freelance journalist. I covered a lot of red carpet events, met quite a few celebrities in the Atlanta area, and even, nationally and international artists, big time folks, right? I did not, even at that time, excuse me, I didn't know how to handle attention. I didn't know the amount of hate that came along with being in your power, especially as a woman, especially as a woman of brown skin tone, as a melanin woman, right? Now, here's the misconception about power and women being in our power. A lot of the times we see women and we think they're in their power because here's the confusion. People think that women being in their power means that they're supposed to be bitches. Right? People think that women being in your power, they've seen too many women in positions of power who were toxic energies, toxic feminine energies. Just the way we don't want to see toxic masculine energies in positions of power, we don't want to see toxic feminine energies in positions of power either. So there's levels to activating our power, right? There's levels to this shit. Levels meaning each level within yourself that you have worked on, that you have turned on, that you have aroused, that you have awakened out of the dark shadows of yourself. Levels meaning each level in your body, going through each of your chakra systems and clearing them out until we get to the crown, right? Maintaining and activating better mental health, right? Activating emotional intelligence. And I'm looking here, because I'm looking at myself, but if I look here, I'm just looking in the camera hole and it feels like I'm looking into the abyss in the darkness. Maybe I should just look into the abyss. But anyway, so there's levels to this shit. There's levels to activating your power, and not only activating, but learning how to wield your power from emotional intelligence and from mental health. So let's get back on track here. So I'm not talking about the toxic feminine or masculine ideas about what it looks like to be a person in your power, a person who has activated your superpower, meaning your gifts, your talents, your abilities, your skills, right? So part of turning pain into power is learning how to accept attention, good or bad. It's learning how to stand in the heat of attention. An example of this one, a good example of this is when I used to do a lot of public speaking things before 2020. I would moderate panel discussions, again, doing interviews because I was a freelance journalist, presenting at award shows, hosting award shows, and things like that. And when you're on stage as a speaker or performer, singer, dancer, maybe you are even a hairstylist and you conduct classes or, something that you are doing in the public eye, y'all, I'm serious. I think that there is something that does not want this video to come out. This is the fourth time I'm recording this. The fourth time I'm recording this. For some reason, the microphone just goes out. And I'm going to keep it this way I'm going to be looking at it just to make sure it stays on green. This is the fourth time I'm recording this video. So I'm going to try to get out everything that I said previously. And I'm hoping this is recording this time, because if it's not, I give up. Excuse me, I give up. But how to handle attention. Part of turning your pain into power is knowing how to stand in the heat and in the fire of the attention that your power is going to bring. In the previous cut, before the sound just went out, I was saying just the way we don't want to see toxic masculine energies in positions of power, we don't want to see toxic feminine energy in positions of power either. Because the misconception is seeing a woman in a position of power, and her power means she's supposed to be a bitch, treating people like shit and all that kind of stuff. That's not what I'm talking about here. As a matter of fact, that's the furthest point you can get away from true, authentic power. Okay. So we're not talking about that. Um, but part of alchemizing your pain into power is learning how to accept the attention that you're going to get when you step out into your power. The attention that you're going to get will be both love and hate, will be both praise and the opposite of praise, whatever that is, right? Being comfortable and confident in the heat and in the tension that you're going to get when you step out is a requirement in order to activate your mission, in order to activate your purpose. Now, just breaking it down for many of you who are on this journey, a lot of you are attractive. You are magnetic. You are beautiful. And beauty, magnetism, and attractiveness exist in a multitude of ways. But particularly for you, you are a beautiful person inside and out. So when you step out and you go to certain places, you are naturally going to draw attention to you. You are naturally, especially as an activated spiritual one, a person who is clairsentient, clairaudient, empathic, right? You draw a lot of attention because people just want to be in your energy. They can sense and feel the type of inner work that you have done on yourself and continue to do on yourself. And that's attractive. Even if they don't know that that's what it is, they're drawn to you even if they don't know why. And so for me, when I was doing a lot of work in journalism, I covered a lot of events, met a lot of celebrities, did a lot of sort of things. People didn't know how uncomfortable I was in certain settings when there were quite a bit of people. I had to moderate like different panel discussions and host different events and things like that. I was not comfortable or confident in the heat that attention brought me. Number one, because I didn't know how to handle being disliked. I didn't know how to handle hate. I didn't know how to handle attention, especially from men. So women of you on this journey, you are attractive outside. You take care of yourself. You got great skin. Your body looks nice, whether you're on the thicker side or the slim side or a little bit of both like me, slim, thick, hello. Okay. You're going to draw and attract a lot of attention. And I did. And I didn't know how to take it. I especially didn't know how to take it because I knew the majority of the men that were attracted to me wanted to sleep with me. Right? When you are in certain rooms and you are activated and you are magnetic and you're attractive and you are feminine, maybe you're a guy who's watching this too. You must accept the fact that people are going to be turned on by you sexually. They're going to be turned on by you mentally. They're going to be turned on by you spiritually. They're going to be turned on by you physically. They're going to be turned on by you energetically. Even if they don't know why, they are drawn and they are turned on by you. You're going to have to accept that the type of attractiveness that you are inside and out, energetically, physically, mentally, spiritually, that people are going to want to be with you. They're going to try to get close to you, whether professionally or personally. It doesn't mean you have to act on it. Even if you do, that's your prerogative, right? That's your prerogative. But know that, I hear a lot of women get upset when they're in certain environments because men are attracted to them or, they're turned on by them. And I understand in some cases, you want to be, like I said in my last video, you want to be taken seriously by the men and you don't want to be hated on by the women, right? And so a lot of the anxiety and depression and suicidal thoughts that many of you are probably experiencing is coming from the fact that you're afraid to show up fully because you want to be taken seriously by the men and you don't want to be hated on by the women. But who's suffering in the middle of all of that? You are, right? So part of turning your pain into power, again, is being comfortable and confident in the heat and in the fire that your beauty brings, that your skills bring, that your talents and your abilities bring, because that is the nature of the beast. I'm thinking about times that I've spoken on stage and stuff like that. When you're on stage, those of you who are performers, maybe you're speakers, maybe you're, actors, maybe you do hair and you do classes, maybe you dance, maybe you're a musician, whatever you do that requires you to be in the public eye, to be in front of people. Maybe you're a teacher, okay? You know how you're on stage and the lights are on? And the light is hot. It's hot, honey. Them spotlights are hot. And unless you're a big time celebrity, you're not having those big old fans on the stage that kind of counteract that heat, blow off some of that heat. So unless you are, you're standing up there in just straight spotlight heat and the lights are on you. And baby, it's hot. People think that performers are sweating and stuff because they're dancing hard, and they are dancing hard, but a lot of that's coming from those spotlights, honey. And I'm hearing, if you are who you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the lights are on, right? The spotlight is on you. So on a just mundane level, being comfortable and confident in the heat of that light. In relation to what I'm talking about here, your attention, your energy, and who you are, being in your power and being in your purpose, requires you to be in the public eye. And because you're going to be in the public eye, you're going to draw a lot of attention. And being able to take the heat that comes from the attention you are going to get. I struggled for the longest time from attention from men, right? I haven't had a lot of romantic relationships in my life. I can tell I only had 3 real romantic relationships in my life because I couldn't take being in the attention or being in the embrace of men who were trying to pursue me all at once. It took a very special man, like a sperm, through all the other sperms to penetrate this egg, okay, to penetrate my heart and my mind, because I was uncomfortable in the attention of men. And so this kept me stuck. This kept me stagnant. This kept me broke. This kept me broken because I didn't know how to take being attractive, right? Because in the settings that I grew up in, being attractive brought you hate. Being attractive made this girl or this girl not like you and not want to be your friend. Being attractive, growing up, if you were too attractive, it made this girl want to fight you, right? As a kid, not as a grown woman. And who gonna check me, boo? As a grown-ass woman, we grown now. But growing up, your energetic bodies, your emotional bodies remember this. And every time you're in a setting around certain people or places or things, your body reminds you, remember the last time this happened, there was hate involved. Remember the last time this happened, there was mockery and laughter and discrimination or whatever it was. Remember the last time this happened, there was some traumatic experience. And so now when attention comes to you, you have a trauma response. So the work is to now train your energetic bodies to be comfortable and confident in attention, even if it's hate, whether it's hate or if it's love, whether it's praise or it's, something else, the opposite of praise, right? Being comfortable in that heat. And so part of my tangible practice, part of the thing that I used to do when I used to be in these environments is I used to locate where the bathroom was. I needed to know where each and every bathroom was and where each exit was, because I knew that when I come into this place, when I come into this room, I'm going to be surrounded by men and women, majority men. And I would find a way to exit. Excuse me, I'm going to go to the restroom. It was nice meeting you. And I would exit out. And if the guy was good looking, or if there are a few guys surrounding me that are good looking, maybe they're tall, maybe they're not even that tall, but they're good looking, they're handsome, they've got big dick energy. Hello, right? And when I say big dick energy, I don't mean that they got a big, I don't care about that. I'm talking about energetically. They are alpha, maybe they're sigma, and I don't mean fraternities, I mean in their energy, okay? They are powerhouses in their fields. They speak well, they look good, they're dressed well, and they're just towering over me or they're surrounding me. I didn't know how to take that type of attention, so I would cut and run, honey. I would make some excuse to get out of there. And so this contributed to a lot of the anxiety that I was experiencing, the depression that I would feel, because I would come home sometime, I would leave events after, certain events that I had to cover as a journalist, or I was just networking. I would leave events and come home, and sometimes I would kick myself in the foot. And I would say to myself, and I would beat myself up about it. And I would say to myself, why did you leave that conversation so abruptly? Why did you exit that? Why did you? Now, don't get me wrong. In some instances, you practice discernment. All instances, you practice discernment. But there are some cases where you should end that conversation, or you should, make your exit away out of that group or that person, where you should leave a networking event or a party early, right? follow your discernment on that. But I knew that at those times I was only exiting because I couldn't take the heat of the attention. I was nervous. I lacked confidence in the fact that I was in this place and I belonged here, right? I belonged to, yes, I am as important as anybody else in this room. But a lot of the times I would exit those environments or those kind of interactions because I didn't know fully who I was or why I was really there. I knew I deserved to be there, but I didn't have the language. I wasn't fully in my power. I didn't know what my purpose was, right? But I knew I belonged there. I just didn't know how to communicate that. And so that made me nervous. It made me nervous also to accept the fact that I was attractive to this type of people. To these types of men, I was attractive. They found me attractive, right? I couldn't fathom that in my mind because I lacked confidence from childhood or just traumas that I experienced or just whatever you experience in your life that would cause you to want to hide and to suppress your power and to demonize. So for me, turning pain into power was learning to accept the fact that I'm attractive. Was learning to accept the fact that I am beautiful, my own kind of beautiful. I didn't know how to accept the fact that I am beautiful. I didn't know how to accept being attractive. I didn't know what that meant to be attractive. To me, being beautiful and attractive meant something else. It meant being hated on. It meant being disliked, right? And that's what I taught myself. So I would, try to cover that or not even go to events because I didn't want the attention that showing up as me brought. So I'm bringing this to those of you that this is meant for. Again, I'm going to repeat, but part of my practice is telling myself that I'm safe, right? Reminding myself that I make great decisions about the places that I go, the people that I speak to, right? People that I choose to be around. And I know that I'm safe because I know that I have created healthy boundaries. I am discerning. I know when a person is genuine with me. I know the difference between somebody laughing with me and somebody laughing at me, right? How to alchemize your pain and your power. Part of alchemizing your pain into power is learning to stand in the heat of your glory, is accepting the fact that what you carry and who you are and what you are will draw people to you from all walks of life, and learning how to stand in that attention, being comfortable in the heat of that attention. Going back to the spotlight right now, when I say performers are dancing and stuff like that, and people think it's just from their dancer that they're sweating, but it's also from the lights. Even if you do sweat, because maybe I sweat too. I sweat on my nose. I sweat on my nose, and it's hereditary, and sometimes I can't stand it. Okay, now I can't do nothing about it. Probably, I think somebody told me one time, "Oh, there's Botox you can get to." A lot of celebrities, they get Botox to stop them from sweating so much. Maybe I'll do that in the future. Okay, but even if you sweat, being comfortable in the glow of your sweat, let your sweat make you glow. Okay. Have a little towel with you. I know I do. I'm gonna have my little powder sponge. I'm gonna powder my nose, and I'm gonna stand in it, right? Because what I'm doing, and what you're essentially gonna be doing, is teaching your body, your mind as well, your emotional bodies and your mind, that it's okay to be in this space. That the heat that you're feeling is from the fire of your power. The heat that you're feeling, yes, you're getting the attention from these people, you're getting the attention from these men, you're getting the attention from women, you're getting the attention from whoever, right? And the heat that you're feeling, not just from that attention, but the heat that you're feeling is coming from the fire that you bring. Woo. The heat that you feel is coming from the fire and the power that you bring when you activate your gifts, your skills, your talents, your abilities. Again, get your copy of Activate. Okay? It'll help you start to bring your powers online and be comfortable and confident in the heat that you bring. Activate unorthodox philosophies that explore anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts as symptoms of suppressed superpower. Sorry about the ring light on there. You can get your copy on Amazon in paperback or ebook. This message had to come out. Boy, something tried to stop this message from coming out, but it had to come out. And I'm hoping that y'all are getting what I'm putting down. Okay. You can also getting what I'm putting down. Isn't that something? I'm not going to even edit that out. No, I'm not. You can also get your copy directly from me on my website, timmeshaburgess.com. I will sign it and inscribe it for you, and I will send it to you. All right. But yeah, that heat that you're feeling, honey, it's coming from the fire that you bring. Who sings it? Is it Maxwell? It's the fire we make. Boom, 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 boom. Something like that. Or is it Alicia Keys or somebody's? Fire we bring, fire you make. Something like that. I don't know, y'all. Put it in the comments. I can't remember. But anyway, I hope this resonated with you all. Try that tangible practice, reminding your body and your mind that you're safe. And remember to provide proof of why you know you're safe, right? The proof being that you know the work that you have done and continue to do in yourself to establish your healthy boundaries. You know that you're discerning and that you're going to make the best decision for yourself. And you remind your body and your mind that it's safe because you have got its back, right? Remind your body and your mind that it's safe to feel this heat because it's just from your own fire. It's from your own power. Okay. What else? God, there were so many other things I said in that previous video, but maybe it wasn't meant to be said. Maybe this is exactly what needed to be said. And so I'm going to leave it here. To those of you who are subscribed here in Alcheminity, because turning pain into power is sexy, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing here. To those of you who are not, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It don't take long. Just boop. That's it. Boop. That's it. Just a press of a button. And I'm asking you guys to subscribe, like, and share because it helps my videos get into the algorithm and it helps other people find what I have to say. There was this other subscriber who commented on one of my other videos and I loved it so much. He said, I think this young lady's videos is underrated. We need to be sharing it more because she is really inspiring and motivating people. What she says is powerful stuff. I think her videos need to be shared more. And I couldn't agree with him more. So please subscribe here, like this stuff, share this stuff, help my content get into the algorithm too, because honey, some of the stuff that's being shared out there, some of it's decent. Some of it's like, really? This got 1 million views? Not that I'm hating, but really? So I need y'all to get up on it. Over 2,000 something subscribers. I need all 2,000 or something y'all to share, like, and comment, okay? And then also, please donate here to Alcheminity. Thanks for the super thanks. Those of you who have sent super thanks, thank you so much. Thank you for the cash apps that I received. Thank you, my sisters. I see you. Thank you for the cash apps. Brothers, where y'all at? Okay, hello. Masculines, where y'all at? Okay, pour into this feminine vessel. All right, she is open and ready to receive. I wish I could see what I was doing with this skirt on, but honey, she is open. She is open and ready to. She is open and ready to receive. So donate. Okay, Cash App, my Zelle information, my PayPal information is all in the description box below. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Woo. Standing in the fire and in the heat of your power is how you turn your pain to power, is how you alchemize. Be confident in that heat. And even if you sweat, let it be a sexy glow and just take a little piece of paper towel or put a little sweat rag in your back pocket or keep it with you in a little clutch on stage with you. But the mission must continue. You must step out. You must stand in that fire, in that spotlight, in that heat, being comfortable and confident in it. And I can't wait to see you activate. I can't wait to see you unleash. Anyway, I'll see y'all. I'll speak to y'all next time. Ciao for now.